Alright, hey, how's it going? I decided I'd knock out some of this, excuse me, some of this grinding. Not gonna be one of my more interesting episodes, but I figured, gotta get a little bit of it done. So I think I'll just, record until some of these characters grow some levels. I don't know, these might end up being like hour-long episodes, so if that's not your kind of thing, I apologize. But I played hooky a little bit today. I went outside. The road was covered in snow, and sorry, I got a message on my phone. I went outside and I looked, and there was snow everywhere, and I drove down to the hill, and I looked down the other hill, and it was covered in snow, and I said, if I leave now, there's no, I'm not gonna use disable. Anyway, if I leave now, if I go down the second hill, it's not gonna be easy for me to turn around, and I'm gonna have to go to work, and risk sliding on ice. On the other hand, I have 40 hours of sick time that's about to not roll over into the new year, so I called off. Didn't particularly want to sit around and wait for the plow to come either, because God only knows where I live. Plow could come at, plow could come at 4 a.m. or plow could come at like 8 or 9 a.m. So it don't really clear the way for the buses up here once winter break starts, which it might have. I don't think it has, but I haven't seen a whole lot of kids coming to and from school past couple of days. I don't know. Then again, I've been coming home late from Christmas shopping and stuff. I don't think anything's started yet. Anyway. They still have about until 7 or 8 to get to the road before the buses come, so I guess that makes sense. Anyway, I called my boss, told him I was sick, rolled over, and went back to sleep. Fuck that, there's no point in being out there when I got 40 hours of sick time. Meanwhile, now the snow's all melted and it looks like a fucking beautiful day out. Comparatively. It's still wet and overcast, but that's just Pennsylvania sometimes. So we got Stunspore and Mothman. I'd like to get him to evolve. I think I'm replacing Poison Powder with Sleep Powder too. Uh-oh. Wonder how leech life is for him. Probably not good. I'm never gonna find out now. Yeah. Get him, Mothman. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh, that's not gonna be good. What do you think? Think he can survive it? I don't think he can survive it. Oh no, I have no flying types and levitate doesn't exist yet. Mothman is my bug flying. Oh no. No, he's not flying, is he? He's bug poison. Shit. Who can take the hit? You can take the hit. You jackass. Thank God I popped off that poison powder. There we go. What level did I want to evolve Vileplume at? 46? 46. There you go, buddy. That's more your speed, huh? And take out fucking Diglets all day. Keep holding that on B. Keep wanting to use running shoes. That's one of the fucking greatest things that Generation 3 ever did. I should be trying Leech Life. At least try to get some HP back. There we go. Too bad there's no kind of exploit on Leech Life like there is with Leech Seed. Like where I could poison him and then do extra damage. Oh, fuck. Fuck off. Dead. You're dead. Oh, he evolves at 32. I'm so used to Charizard and Blastoise evolving at 36. I knew he evolved into Venusaur a little early. I thought Ivysaur a little early. I thought he evolved into Venusaur at the same level, or at least 34. Anyway, so that's good. That's one goal down in only 10 minutes. And then at 36, Mothman's gonna evolve. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's any moves in between now and then. And he seems to be gaining experience a little slow. Oh, 35 he learns Psybeam? So he's gonna learn Psybeam before he evolves. You son of a bitch. Son of bitch. I don't know if I can take another one. Oh, 31. So he's right on the cusp of evolving. Okay, this is good enough. When will he learn Psybeam? I'm sure I already looked this up and forgot. Go get him, buddy. Even though you're probably gonna fucking kill me with what level you're gonna learn Psybeam at now. Okay, 38. So I'll probably get him to learn Psybeam. Give him a few extra levels. Unless I go crazy. Man, Leech Life fucking sucks. But I still might keep it on him. So we got 2 evolutions. Now. And, I think basically now it's just to, like, get some Pokemon leveled up a little. I don't know if I'm gonna need Psybeam for the gym. So maybe I could, you know, try to make Leech Life work for me. That might be beneficial against some of the, you know, more garbage Psychic Pokemon. I could at least, like, use Mothman to take out the, maybe like a Mr. Mime or something. Just to keep some of my stronger Pokemon around for Alakazam. Oh, there's no PP left. Well, that's dumb. If you're gonna give me such a garbage move, you should at least give me some extra PP. Come on. That's one good thing I can say about Gen 5. Actually, was it Gen 5 or Gen 6? Where they really buffed some of the, you know, bug-type moves. Because I know 1, 2, 3, and 4 bug-type were just kind of, like, jokes. The best you could get were, like, Scyther, Pinsir, and Heracross. Were there any really good bugs in Gen 5? Because it certainly wasn't Volbeat and Illimice. It certainly wasn't Kricketot. Heracross was the last legitimate bug-type Pokemon for a long time. I think I can handle one. I must have good defense if that's super effective. And that did that little damage. Is Venomoth known for having good defense? I mean, I'm sure it doesn't matter with his typing, but... 47. I guess because his special's kind of high. Is Dig special? Maybe he just has lots of HP. Maybe he's just a fucking Chansey. 88. Not really. I guess it's just a level advantage. I don't know. Unless it's that thing Gen 1 does, where it's not... It'll say it's super effective, but if it's taking 2 types into account, it could be super effective for one and ineffective for the other. So, if it's saying, like, it's super effective because I'm poison, it might not be super effective if Bug is resistant, and it might just be 1 times effective. Despite saying it's super effective. Level 32. Okay. We're on our way here. We're 21 minutes in and we're on our way. Oh man, I'm out of PP. I'm gonna have to do a switch. Who else am I trying to level up here? Nick Cage doesn't need it. Dumb Frog and Jellyzilla could use a few levels. King Diamond's unconscious. Ten PP is a huge downside for Mega Drain. If I wanted to be a real asshole, I could go spam some PP ups with the missing no glitch. But I probably shouldn't. But I could. Yeah, then after I played hooky, I spent most of the day sleeping anyway. I've just been so out of sync since Wednesday. I went to a metal concert on a work night, and I don't normally do that kind of thing anymore. Just because I'm a good distance out of the city, so it's a kind of a drive to go do that kind of thing. And then I have an hour drive to work too. So getting home at midnight even, and being up at 4:30 for work, I'm not as good as I used to be. I used to do that shit all the time when I was in my 20s. I'll still do it every once in a while if a band I'm really wanting to see comes through. Or I just take time off work. I took time off work earlier this year for Iron Maiden. But like just, going to work the next day anymore kind of sucks. Should have taken a sick day that day. It's dumb. It feels dumb doing it on a Thursday though. It's just like, man, I still gotta come in for one more day. Then you want to take 2 off, and then I guess that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. This is the part where I'm just like, I'm rambling, so I'm not quiet for half an hour, and shit just gets derailed. This happened on the Halloween episode too. That's fine, I guess that's the fucking point. If I'm not gonna ramble, I might as well just do it off camera. I guess not camera, but off recording. You get that? You get like phlegm in your throat after you smoke? Or is that just a health problem I'm having? Nah, it's always happened to me. Every time I smoke, I get shit in the back of my throat. Been going in almost half an hour. And I got a little bit of shit done. So maybe I'll take a little break here soon. That's the one thing that I've always liked about Pokemon is it's real easy to get, pick up and play for 20 minutes, half an hour, and put it back down and pick it back up later. It's one of the things that, like, with the new games, it's kind of hard to do that as much because they have the more story focus, and you always gotta be like, alright, is there a cutscene coming up? Because if it's Sun and Moon, that cutscene's gonna take half an hour before I can save. I can't avoid the cutscene because there's a goddamn Taurus in the way. I just want to go over there and catch Pokemon. That's the thing that sucked with Sun and Moon is because at its core it's a Pokemon game, and I just kind of like Pokemon games. I like the idea of a JRPG where I can catch the little baddies and make them fight for me. That's what Pokemon's always been to me. It's like Final Fantasy, but I can catch the wild creatures. And that's fascinating because there's like so many different team things you can do. Like this, like I can just try to play through with only different types of poison Pokemon, and then next time I'm thinking about doing it with just normal Pokemon. Or you could, have a full team or try to catch only that gen's Pokemon like I did the first time I played Sword and Shield. I just did, the new Pokemon from Sword and Shield. And then, there's so many ways you can do it, It gives you a lot of options. So, I've always liked that. But, the sparse story is part of what I liked about it. And, not that some of the ones with more, like... I mean, I guess I have been less passionate about them ever since Ruby and Sapphire and onward, just because, like, I like the idea that legendaries are these out-of-the-way things that you have to go find, and they're not something that's handed to you as part of a story. But, like, that's a fun way to do it, too. I don't hate Ruby and Sapphire as much as I used to. I now really enjoy Black and White. I really came around to the concept with X and Y. Because X and Y was the first Pokemon game I'd played since I put down Diamond. Ruby and Sapphire was less exciting to me, and then Diamond and Pearl was like even worse. And even when I play them now, they feel so slow, and they're not fun to navigate the world. But now that I'm a little, now that I've tried X and Y, that's when I came back into it. I wanted to go back and try Black and White, and I've been, a little bit more into the new way they do Pokemon, but man, Sun and Moon just, like, really just keeps making you stop playing a game. And Sun and Moon, at least, or Sword and Shield, at least didn't do that. There were some moments where even through skipping the tutorial, there was times when I was like, you don't need to tell me this. I still wish I could, like, skip the cutscenes sometimes, and I like that the story was a little more sparse. I don't really think you need more than Team Rocket, though. Like, why do we always have to have a goddamn portal and, like, weird, trying to... It's always just someone trying to use some legendary Pokemon to destroy the world and open up a portal. There's been a portal since I think Diamond and Pearl. And that was another thing with Ruby and Sapphire where it was just like the enemy team's motivations just don't make any sense. I understand wanting to steal other people's Pokemon. That's real easy. Why do you want to flood the planet that you're living on? Why do you want to create more land and destroy water, which is a natural resource that you need to survive? Like, y'all just both want to end the world to basically summon Cthulhu. So dumb. Groudon is basically like, yeah, we want to summon Godzilla and destroy the planet. And same with Kyogre. Except flood the planet. At least after that, they were like, I want to find these mythical dragons and take over the world. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Some of the later ones, I still am just like dumbfounded by what motivations they try to put in a Pokemon game. I kind of like in Sword and Shield, they were like, you let the adults handle this. You're 10. Until the very end when you finally beat all the adults and they're like, yeah, okay, maybe you can't handle this. You've kicked all our asses. This one's like halfway through the game. You're fucking taming mythical beasts, like with Ruby and Sapphire and stuff. Like for no fucking reason. Just because you're beating the gyms. At least with Red and Blue and Gold and Silver, it was a more down-to-earth threat. The Mafia. Alright, I get it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining about that now. It's a minor peeve, honestly. It's just one of like many things that piled on to make me not like Ruby and Sapphire the first time around and Sun and Moon on replay, because it's just, there's so much hand-holding and there's so much mediocre story. And there's so many cutscenes that look okay. Quit putting Taurus in my way and let me go catch some Pokemon. Nothing worse than that opening part when you're going to Professor Kukui's the first time and you can see the Pokemon Center, but they won't let you go there and you have to go to your house and heal because they haven't told you what the Pokemon Center was yet. And they can't let you go to the Pokemon Center without telling you what it was. Even though I've been playing fucking Pokemon since fucking 1998. And I get that the reason is that they probably didn't want you to try to buy items yet. But in Red and Blue, they started you off with a fucking potion, and if you went to the Pokemart, well, you got the... Okay. No, that's when they give you the parcel, and they won't sell you anything until you take the parcel back. But right after that, you could go buy Pokeballs, you know? In fact, you have Pokeballs when you go to Professor Kukui's, right? Because they show you the training thing and give you 5 balls. I don't know if you can get more. So they don't want you to have more balls. I guess I haven't played it in a while, but they don't want you to have any more Pokeballs until they show you what a Pokemart is. Whatever. Sun and Moon were okay, but subpar. Alright, so I should be thinking a little bit about what team I'm gonna go in with on Sabrina. And I'm thinking I'm gonna sweat out Raditz here for Haunter. So I might want to check what level he's at, although I think he's on the cusp of evolving too. I might just bring him down here and see if he's going to evolve or if I turned that off. Just so I don't get surprised during an episode. Then at least it will make sense, you know? We can say that during the grinding session we traded him back. Since it's something I would do anyway, and I just can't do it on a on this completely legal Nintendo device that I do not have a link cable for. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have all of the games in physical cartridges, and I also have all of the games on a 3DS, and I have a link cable, my buddy has it, and I also have a second 3DS that I put Crystal on just to trade. And I would love to be capturing this on either one of those devices. I just do not have that kind of money for that setup yet. You son of a bitch. I would have to replace a battery in a Pokemon Red and Blue cartridge though. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I always liked doing that because I would have since Pokemon always allowed you to have one save file, I would say buy Red. I can't remember if I had Red or Blue first. I want to say I want to say that I had Pokemon Blue first, and I wanted the one with Charizard on it, but I could be wrong. Either way, I got one. And then after I beat it, I used the other one as a second file, and then I could just trade the Pokemon over to the other game. And then I did the same thing with Gold and Silver. I beat Silver first. I got them both like the same Christmas, and I beat Silver first, and then once I was done, I could, you know, use Gold as my second file. I think I got Sapphire before Ruby. But then that was kind of where I stopped for a long time. I wanted to get Fire Red and Leaf Green, I remember that. But I also was like just kind of playing different games at the time, and I wasn't really interested in, you know, playing a rebuffed version of a game that I had already played to death. Especially when I was still kind of salty that they wouldn't just let me trade my Pokemon from Gold and Silver to Ruby and Sapphire. And then by the time Emerald rolled around, I was just kind of meh on the third version because, you know, Yellow did something special. Yellow let you copy the path of the anime. Crystal did something special. Crystal like went a little bit further into the lore and into the story, and it was the first one to actually give you a legendary as part of the storyline, which I kind of, you know, I guess now I am complaining about that being a thing, but it was a little different, I guess. But, by that point for Emerald, it was just kind of like, well, you know, this isn't an updated story or anything. You didn't do anything really different with it. You just kind of made a slightly improved version. And that's kind of how I feel about that game and Platinum. Both fixed a lot of the problems. Well, Emerald went a little further into story, I think. And did it let you get both Groudon and Kyogre, I guess? I don't know, I haven't played Emerald the whole way through. I should do that sometime. But, you know, it wasn't the change that the other two were. It just kind of modified the story. And then, you know, kind of Platinum fixed a lot of things that were wrong with Diamond and Pearl a little bit. Diamond and Pearl were super slow, and Platinum fixed them a little, but Black 2 and White 2 was the first, like, third version that really felt like it was worthwhile. And I wish they had done the same thing with Sun and Moon. You know, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and just made something that really fixed a lot of the problems and really gave it, you know, a new coat of paint rather than just making Platinum and Platinum 2. Where I don't even know if they fixed as many things that were wrong with Sun and Moon as they did in Platinum. They fixed, you know, at least some stuff in Platinum. Sun and Moon, it was just like, well, we're going to give you a Pokemon a little bit sooner, and we're going to take away a little bit of the tutorial, but at the end of the day, it's still a pain in the ass. I think that's the biggest complaint I have. Is that now Pokemon is just kind of like, the story's fun the first time. And the ideas for the new stories are interesting, but it just loses the replayability that something like Red and Blue and Gold and Silver had. You know, I can sit down and play these and not have to worry about if I gotta cut something because of, you know, even not even like recording, just in life, like, oh, I gotta go somewhere now, or can I afford to play this when I got all these cutscenes coming up? Again, that's been one of the great things about the Switch is I can, you know, not that you can't get in playtime anytime with the 3DS, but it's cool to have a home console that I can sit down and, you know, knock out 15 minutes of playtime on something. And they are making, you know, they made that particular Pokemon game. I mean, there's still a lot of cutscenes and the forced battles and stuff, but it didn't feel like there were the long periods of cutscenes that Sun and Moon had. Sun and Moon, I remember you have to defeat the final battle, go through the credits, go through a cutscene, go through like a mythical Pokemon or like some kind of Ultra Beast battle, like whatever the final thing is, catch that, and then go through another cutscene before you can save the game. And it genuinely was like a half an hour where I couldn't save the game. It was ridiculous. "48 minutes. I don't know. I think I actually only have like a 1 hour. What does... I don't know if YouTube still has a window for like if you've made... Until you've made X amount of content or whatever, you have X amount of time that you can upload. I remember it used to be that way. But like it used to be that way with a really short period of time. I remember YouTube used to be like, you can't upload past 10 minutes until you have X followers and have created X amount of content. Or, and then I think they pushed it back to like 20 minutes and then half an hour. And I think as of a few years ago, to upload past an hour of content, you had to have, you know, some content on your belt. I don't know if that's still the case. But either way, I might cut this short of an hour. Although I guess if I have to cut it in half, you guys know what happened. That seems like it'll just be worst case scenario. I think I'll let it go for a few more minutes. Then I might come back down a little later and maybe do another shorter one. I don't think I can go for another hour right now. But hey, I'm glad I made a little bit of progress today. Now maybe I can answer some questions about long videos that I don't understand. Like, can I upload an almost hour-long video right now? I don't think it's the problem that it used to be. think they're starting to care less and less about that kind of thing. I remember when people used to use YouTube to upload movies and shit too, and the thing would be in like 100 different fucking parts. Oh, I missed last night South Park. Let me watch it in 3 parts on YouTube. 4 parts. I'd like to find one more Doug trio before we get out of here. See how Mothman fares against Leech Life and get Doug trio. But I also don't want to go much longer. We'll try one more wild encounter. Yeah, there it is. Oh, maybe I should have tried to poison him. Yeah, I should do that. No, don't do that. There you go. Wow. That's fine, you got this, just live. I shouldn't be wasting these leech lives. He's got this. Oh, come on. Oh, he's gonna die underground. He's gonna bury themselves. Good work. Excellent. Alright, I think we can call that an episode. Yeah, 55 minutes. I think that's good. See you guys next time.